Hey, don't forget your Kleenex because I got another drawing video coming at you right now. We're going to continue in Learn to Draw Angry Birds by Walter Foster. Let's see, which one do we want to do today, guys? We did Bomb. This is Bomb Blowing Up. There was Matilda, who sounds like, you know, Matilda doesn't have a lot of color. Maybe we want to do the blues. I said we weren't going to start 3/4, so let's just start with this one. This is Matilda, and this is what we're going for, and that's what she looks like when she's colored. What colors do you see? I see orange. I see white. The cheeks, it's hard to tell, but they're kind of a yellow. And then this is a very light tan, almost a cream. All right, and then you'll notice here, what's this around the edge here? That's some shading. So Matilda's a little different from our other drawings because before we were using a lot of circles, right? We're not using a circle this time. What shape would you say this is? If you said an egg shape, that would be right. Are you guys ready to get started? Let's go. Today the tools we're going to use are our drawing pencil. I'm going to use an eraser. And I'm also going to use these. These are like colored pencils, but these are actually watercolor pencils, and I'm going to show you something that they can do. But at first I'm going to color in like I've done, where it's that quick snap so that we don't waste too much time. Let's get started, guys. So right here, that's what Matilda looks like. We're going to start that shape with an egg. So I'm going to take and draw my egg shape. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. We can always erase. I think that's pretty good. We're going to put our lines in to tell us where to draw everything. One right down here, and one right through the middle, pretty close to the middle. All right. That helps us learn where to line everything up. So we're going to start right up here towards the top, a little ways down. And we're going to start drawing our beak. One side. The other side. If you're not happy with the shape, keep kind of messing with them. Maybe you need a few more lines that kind of tell you what to look for so we can define a little better. I'm not really happy with this. I think I'm going to bring it out a little more. There we go. I think that looks right to me. All right. Then we can see that the mouth has a little line like this. It's kind of a circle, but without the bottom, going right across that median line, that middle line. And then we've got the same thing. It almost looks like a piece of toast once you draw it. All right. Then you can do it different ways, but I'm going to come down here because I started drawing right across here. I'm going to draw that stomach. And what I do on one side, I'm doing on the other side, because remember, we're working on symmetry. That's matching the left and the right pretty close to each other. Then you'll notice that there are these circles that come off, the patches, and we're just going to draw them like on without worrying about the eyes at the moment. Sorry about that, guys. That's my phone if you didn't know. I will choose to answer that in a minute here. All right. Now, we're going to take a look at the eyes. The eyes are a circle, and they're right close to the edge of the head. So we're going to draw Matilda's eyes as a circle, and a circle. All right. And then she has little eyelids. So we're going to basically show her bottom lid by making a little U shape to cut out of it. And then we need to also put our eyeballs in there. Alright, a lot of these lines are going to get erased out. Now, of course, she's an angry bird, so we need angry eyebrows. So, here we go. Big, thick, angry eyebrows. Alright. Okay. Does this Matilda look a lot like that, Matilda? I think she's looking pretty good. I do think I missed one thing. Do you guys see what I missed? Yep. Dorwin is good at missing that hair, isn't he? Or, I guess in these cases, they're angry birds. They're feathers. So, let's just draw in some feathers here. Alright. Now, it's time for us to outline. Let's do the outlining. Ready? Go. All right, there she is outlined. Now, what we need to do is erase. Okay, so I'm going to take the eraser and let's see if we can erase this thing. Nice. The next thing would be coloring. So I'm going to get out my watercolor pencils and I'm going to start coloring. I'm going to go for the beak first. Ready? Here we go. There. All right. The next color is yellow, which here is my yellow. We ready? We're going to do the cheeks. There. All right. Next color is a tan. Lucky for me, I actually do have a tan. I thought all I had was brown. Now you're about to discover why we call these watercolor pencils. Whoops. I did seem to forget something, didn't I? I forgot the center of his mouth. The center of his mouth is kind of a brown color, so something like... Alright. Now, here's the magic. I have a little bit of water. I have a paintbrush. And I'm going to use a Kleenex today because it's very important that between colors that we clean the brush off so that the next color doesn't get polluted. Right, Kelly? All right. Dip it in the brush in the water, not too much water in it. Watch this. I love watercolor pencils. They allow me to color like normal, but then I can get that smooth, finished artwork. You can pick these up at Hobby Lobby. You can pick them up on Amazon, of course, because you can buy pretty much everything on Amazon these days. Be careful to keep the colors in the line. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Next color, let's do the yellow. Make sure your brush is clean. So I dabbed my brush in water and I'm going to run it across to make sure there's no color on it. Dip it in just a little bit of water so I can smooth this yellow out. Being careful not to run it into the orange because it's watercolor and it will bleed across. Man, these are cool. The belly. Looks like our yellow is overtaking our brown a little bit. I might have to show you a wet, dry on wet technique, which I'll show you in just a second here. Because it looks like the yellow that I colored over the top of that slightly kind of has taken care of the tan. But you can take one of these colored pencils and you can lay that color right over the top. to get more of that tan color in there. Now you'll notice it's kind of scratchy, and that's okay, because what I'm going to do is come back in and smooth those colors with a wet paintbrush. But it's also kind of cool because you can add texture to your drawing. Now, I should be using watercolor paper, but I'm not, so it is what it is. Finally, I'm going to paint his mouth. Because that's a dark color, I'm not too worried about the colors mixing a little bit. Alright. Make sure your brush is not too wet. If it's too wet, the colors will run. That is our Matilda. I think the only thing left is you could put her name down here. Matilda. Do you know how to spell that? It's M A T I L D A. Alright, you can outline that, color that in. Love to see your drawings. Dorwin does have a YouTube page that you guys can check out if you want to. Just type in Dorwin, Draw with Dorwin, or you can type in Angry Birds. I don't know how far down it is, but don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.